I've seen a lot of women who have been struggling to conceive, trying to get pregnant, and they go from hospital to hospital, run some tests, and most of the times it gets confusing. The doctors treat hormonal imbalance, and then they are treating ovarian cyst, and then they are treating endometriosis. So most of the times, a lot of them give up hope of ever conceiving. So what you need to understand is this: infertility has a cause. There is always something that has caused it. So you're taking hormonal drugs, you're taking drugs for ovarian cyst, you're taking drugs for PCOS, but most of the times the major cause of the problem has not been addressed. And what is this cause of the problem that most of the time gets overlooked? It is untreated infections. Now, I know that you may have noticed some infections in the past, maybe in your teenage years, maybe in your young age, and then you took antibiotics, the symptoms subsided, or you stopped feeling the symptoms you were feeling, and then you felt like you were okay and you stopped trying. Now maybe after a while you experienced that the infection symptoms returned, you took another antibiotics, it stopped, and it has been like that for a while. But one thing you did not know is that if you have been using antibiotics to try to treat infection, there's a limit to what antibiotics can do. Most synthetic antibiotics cannot completely eradicate infections from your body. Most of the times, what it does is that it subsides the symptoms. It suppresses the symptoms so that you stop feeling the discomfort you were feeling. When this discomfort stops, you feel like you're okay, but you're not really okay because the infection is still there. And here's one thing about infections. If it's in your body, it is not silent. It may not be giving you symptoms, but it is not quiet. It is causing damages. It is causing damages to your organs, it is causing damages to your immune system, and most of the times it is causing damages to your cells. This is why infections are terrible. Infections in your body can be destroying your uterus, it can be destroying your fallopian tubes, it can also be destroying your ovaries, or it can be destroying your endocrine system, the system that regulates your hormone. That's why you see a lot of women today, they're having issues with hormonal imbalances. Hormonal imbalances is simply a result of endocrine disruption, and infections is one of the major things that can disrupt your endocrine system. Untreated infections can cause a lot of damages. Most of the infertility cases we have handled has their root to untreated infections. If you're having pelvic inflammatory disease, it started with untreated infections. If you're having blockage of the fallopian tubes, it started from untreated infections. If you're having hormonal imbalances, it must have started, or it may have started from untreated infections. So you may have said, I treated infections a couple of times and I don't know why it keeps recurring. That's because most of the treatments you took is unable to completely eradicate infections. That's why if you're having such problems, I strongly recommend you try a very effective alternative medicines. I recommend traditional Chinese medicines because traditional Chinese medicines is what we have been using to treat women of infection. We've treated infection that has been in their body for years, and we are able to completely eradicate it from their body so they can be free. Traditional Chinese medicine is one branch of medicine that is so effective that it cures. It doesn't just manage, okay? It doesn't just manage, it doesn't just suppress symptoms, it cures completely. So I recommend you choose traditional Chinese medicine if you're battling infertility, blockage of the fallopian tube, ovarian problems, or pelvic inflammatory diseases. I recommend traditional Chinese medicine. Traditional Chinese medicine has given a lot of women results and they are comfortably having their babies today. You could try traditional Chinese medicine today and see the results, see the miracle it will give you. So if you need help with such thing, feel free to slide into my DM or chat me up on WhatsApp. I will always be there to help you out, alright? So don't lose hope. That infertility case can be resolved. I don't care what they have told you, I don't care how much you have spent or how many places you have been to, but if we have done it for others, there's no reason we can't do it for you. So slide into the DM, chat me up today, and let's talk about your treatment.